Hello there, this is your teacher Ennis from the Dolphin platform, and this is the second lesson of the 16 unit. Have you ever? In this lesson, my dear friends, we are going to see the grammar. We are going to explore the usage of the present perfect tense and review some of the irregular past participles and compare between the present perfect and the past simple. So if you are ready for the joy, open your book on page 140 and let's have some joy with Dolphin. First, my dear friends, it's time to start thinking. Have you ever ridden a motorcycle? Have you ever taken hang gliding lessons? Have you ever played with a dolphin? Have you ever played with a dolphin? How would you answer to these questions? And here comes the present perfect. The present perfect is used to talk about an event that began in the past and continues up to the present. It means that the action started in the past in a continuous manner near to the present. It's formed by adding has or have before the past participle of the verb. For example, he has lived in Abha for 2 years. Has lived is the present perfect of the verb live. He began living in Abha for 2 years ago and he still lives there. That's the meaning or the right meaning of the present perfect. The present perfect is made up of the verb have in the present simple. We use have or has, depends on the pronoun, plus the past participle of the verb. To form the past participle, as I told you before on the simple past tense, we just add the ed to the end of the verb, or the root changes completely with the irregular verbs. And these are some verbs that change completely on the past participle, like be, it becomes been, do becomes done, eat, eaten, fly, flown, go, gone, hear, heard, meet, met, see, seen, take, taken, write, written, etc. If you want to remember these irregular verbs, you can find them on the page 83. And now, let's go back to the present perfect tense, and this is the form of some of the verbs in the present perfect tense. With the pronoun I, you, they, and we use have plus the verb plus the ed, or we can say the past participle of the verb. And with he, she, and it, we use has plus the past participle of the verb. We use the past participle, or we use the present perfect, my dear friends, to express things you have done in your life, to express number of times you have done something, to describe recently completed actions which are important now, to express situations that started in the past and are still happening, to describe unfinished actions or situations, and to express present results. And these are some examples of each situation in front of you. Well, for this example, how we would say I have finished my lunch or I has finished my lunch? Of course, it's I have finished my lunch because we have I at the beginning. The taxi arrived. The taxi has arrived, or the taxi have arrived. The taxi has arrived. Yes. Well, she has bought a villa, or she have bought a villa. Of course, it's she has bought a villa because we use has with he, she, and it. And now let's move to the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. Well, when it comes to the difference between the present perfect and the past simple, we use the past simple, as I said before, to indicate a specific time in the past, for example, or a specific action happened in the past. I played football, I wrote a book, I talked to my friend, etc. So the difference between the past simple and the present perfect, first in the form. The past simple is formed by subject plus verb plus ed or plus irregular verb. The present perfect is the subject plus have or has plus the past participle of the verb. On the expressions, the past simple express finished actions. The present perfect describe unfinished actions. The past simple refer to defined time. The present perfect refer to an unidentified time. The past simple indicates series of finished actions. The present perfect express experiences or results. So the difference is very simple, I guess. And these are a simple past tense timeline. Shall we say, she phoned me yesterday? It's on the past. But if we say, she had phoned me yesterday, it means near to the present. Or she has made a delicious cake. So the present perfect is a little bit continuous compared to the past simple. For example, I lived in Amsterdam for 2 years and I have lived in Amsterdam for 2 years. The difference between the both, the first, I lived in Amsterdam for 2 years, it means I lived and left Amsterdam. However, in the second example, I have lived in Amsterdam for 2 years. It means I started living in Amsterdam since 2 years and I'm still living there now. And now let's have some practice. Complete the following conversations and then practice them on the live session. Pause the video and answer by yourself. And these are the answers. Let's practice this conversation on the live session. And now, look at the following pictures and ask and answer about your experiences on them. Tell about your partner's experience to another classmate on the class. The live session will be so joyful. And for further experience or for further practice, you can open your book on page 254 and answer the following questions. You can always go back to the end of the video and check your answers. And these are the answers. Have you answered them correctly? Tell me later on the live session. That's everything for now. See you in the class.